World leaders have been descending on London ahead of the funeral for Queen Elizabeth II, as thousands of ordinary Britons braved chilly overnight temperatures to stand in a queue more than 8 kilometers long in a bid to pay their respects to the monarch lying in state. On Sunday, King Charles and Queen consort Camilla hosted notable world leaders arriving to pay their respects, including US President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden. Watch the video above, the 9-hour queue to see the coffin of Queen Elizabeth II. For more royal family-related news and videos, check out Royal Family. This marked the first time Charles and Camilla have taken on such official duties in their new roles as King and Queen consort. Charles met with Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, along with other Commonwealth leaders on Saturday. Albanese later said the new monarch was welcome to visit Australia anytime. "That was a great honour and an opportunity for me to express my personal condolences to King Charles, but also condolences on behalf of Australia," he said. King Charles, of course, has not just lost a sovereign and a head of state. For King Charles, the loss of his mother is very personal and comes so soon after the loss of his father. On his time in London, the Prime Minister said, "The queues of British citizens and other visitors who want to pay tribute and want to pay their respects to Queen Elizabeth was very momentous, and you could feel the raw emotion in Westminster Hall." Foreign dignitaries who arrived ahead of the funeral were invited to skip the line and walk through Westminster Hall, where the Queen's body is currently lying in state. It comes as ordinary members of the public ignore advice to refrain from joining the line to say goodbye to the Queen before the cutoff on Monday at 6:30 a.m. local time. They faced potential wait times of longer than 13 hours and braved cold overnight temperatures. On Monday, over 2,000 people are expected to attend the funeral of Queen Elizabeth. Although the royal palace has not released an official guest list, invitations have been sent out, including to some Aussies. So, who gets to go? Royal attendees. The British royal family are, unsurprisingly, first on the guest list. Queen Elizabeth's 4 children, including King Charles III, will attend with their spouses. The Queen's grandchildren and great-grandchildren will be in attendance. Other royal families from around the world have also secured an invite. Denmark's Queen Margrethe, Crown Prince Frederik and Australian-born Crown Princess Mary announced in a statement on their website they will be attending. Spain's King Felipe VI and his wife Queen Letizia are also among the European royals who will attend. The King and Queen of the Netherlands, together with the country's former Queen Beatrix, who abdicated in 2013, will also be in the congregation, the Dutch royal house announced. Jordan's King Abdullah II, who remembered the Queen as an iconic leader and beacon of wisdom and principled leadership, will also be attending her funeral. The Australians who will be going: Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Governor-General David Hurley and Acting High Commissioner to the UK Lynette Wood will represent the Australian government. They will be joined by 10 everyday Aussies as requested by the palace and chosen by Albanese. They include the 2022 Australian of the Year recipients to represent each state and territory. They are Dylan Alcott, an Australian sporting hero and disability advocate who has won multiple Paralympic gold medals and 12 tennis Grand Slams, who was named 2022 Australian of the Year; Miriam Rose Ungun-Merbauman, a renowned Indigenous elder, artist, activist, writer and public speaker who was named 2021 Senior Australian of the Year; Danny Abdallah, the father of 3 children who were killed in a horrific car crash in February 2020, who founded I Forgive Foundation to increase community awareness of the power of forgiveness; Kim Smith, who oversaw the establishment of Reclaim, an organization providing sporting activities for street youth to become clean and who was named Tasmania Local Hero 2022; Saba Abraham, a refugee from Eritrea who has played a vital role in supporting other refugees in her community and who was named Queensland Local Hero 2022; Shanna Wan, who established Sober in the Country, a charity to offer peer support, advocacy and education, after her own journey to sobriety, and who was named 2022 Australian of the Year Local Hero; Dr. Trudy Lynn, who provides oral health care to people with disabilities and is the youngest of only 20 practicing specialists in Australia's special needs dentistry sector and who was named South Australia Young Australian of the Year 2022; Val Mai, Val Dempsey, one of Australian Capital Territory's longest-serving St John ambulance volunteers who helped with both the Black Summer bushfires response and the COVID-19 pandemic response, and who was named Senior Australian of the Year 2022. Professor Helen Milroy, Australia's first Indigenous doctor who is now an expert in child and adolescent psychiatry, and who was named Western Australia Australian of the Year 2021. Chris Waller, a champion horse trainer inducted in the Australian Racing Hall of Fame, was invited but won't be able to attend due to COVID-19 related circumstances. In a statement, Albanese said each of the 10 represents their state and territory, and the rich diversity of contemporary Australia. I'm honoured to be accompanied by these Australians who will join me, on behalf of Australia, in paying our respects to Her Majesty the Queen, Elizabeth II, the PM said. Each of these extraordinary citizens represents contemporary Australia, and quintessential Australian values such as respect, inclusion and helping others. Horse trainer Guy Waterhouse, who trained the Queen's racehorses and who has known the Queen for many years, was also invited, the Daily Telegraph reported. The palace has also extended its own invitation to Victoria Cross recipients Ben Roberts-Smith, Keith Payne, Mark Donaldson, and Daniel Keithran, who were awarded the highest military honor for acts of valor in battle. The world's leaders throughout her 70-year reign, the Queen dealt with leaders all over the world, through the bad times and the good. Leaders of the 56 Commonwealth nations are expected to attend Elizabeth II's funeral. New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and Jamaica's Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen are among those who have RSVP'd. U.S. President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden scored 2 personal invitations, but were not told to form a U.S. delegation, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre confirmed in a press briefing. This means it is unlikely that past presidents, including Donald Trump and Barack Obama, will have a seat in the service. The invite was for the President and the First Lady only, Jean-Pierre said. Brazil's Jair Bolsonaro and South Korea's Yoon Suk-yeol are among the presidents attending the Queen's final send-off following a series of ceremonial events. The UK's newly appointed Prime Minister Liz Truss will also mourn the monarch. Non-royals who will be going behind every royal is a team of ladies-in-waiting, doctors, nurses, footmen, and other key personnel. The Queen's former staff members joined the royal family in the procession from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall on September 13. These loyal staff, some of whom served the Queen for decades throughout her reign, will also be on the VIP guest list, according to The Times. Who won't be there? Although it seems everyone who is anyone will travel to London to celebrate the life of Queen Elizabeth II, there are some people who most likely won't make the cut. Syria, Venezuela and Afghanistan are among the countries that have not been asked to send a representative, according to Britain's PA media news agency. Representatives from North Korea and Nicaragua have been invited only at ambassadorial level, PA added. The leaders of Russia, Belarus and Myanmar will also be absent. Although Russian President Vladimir Putin did tweet his congratulations on King Charles III's ascension to the throne, diplomatic relations between the UK and Russia have all but collapsed since Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a senior UK government source told CNN on Tuesday. Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko is a close ally of President Putin. Myanmar will not be invited following a coup in the country last year. With CNN up, you can watch the funeral live on Channel 7, 7+ and 7 News. com.au on Monday. And finally, thank you all for watching the video. Please like and comment your opinion so we can discuss together. Don't forget to subscribe, press the bell to follow and update many other interesting news. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.